Look in my eyes for my mind state. I'm on the grind 25-8. Money on my mind, that's how I play. If you got it now, this what I say. Hold up, hold up, hold up, wait. Hold up, hold up, hold up, wait.
Let's start the show. It's episode 29 of the Swerve City Podcast. We've been on a roll as of late, man. Episode 28, we had Bailey up in here.
Oh, what?
We had Bailey.
Bay Area.
We had Dose Straps up in here, and she's still Dose Straps to this day. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? SummerSlam, wild and all. We at 29 now, and we got Miss Shotzi Blackheart in the building right here. What's going on,
Oh, hey.
yo? Yo, first off, she brought a freaking chainsaw up in this piece.
Yeah,
son.
man, I had to bring it in after getting my car stolen, and I didn't want my chainsaw to get stolen.
I feel like this would cause more concern than a helmet. So I
That's
don't know.
true.
I think cops would be called on.
Yeah,
you more
it's
for that
bloody.
being there.
It looks like I don't know,
It's like a used
slice someone's
chainsaw.
head off.
Like, really put that in the camera. I don't want to touch it. But yeah, show people at home. Like, look at that. TCB. I'm scared.
Listen up, screwheads. Get my hand in there.
But it's a boomstick, though.
Yeah.
Like, what's the name from, what's it called?
Ash.
The movie. Ash, yeah.
Evil Dead.
That's dope.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all know you paid attention. Like, this is dope, man.
Who made this?
My tattoo artist actually got it made for me. So that's why I have it, because I just got a tattoo. So I picked this up.
Show the people at home what's the new tat.
So I don't know if y'all can see it.
Oh, yeah, we got good cameras.
Hellraiser, Pinhead,
Boom.
on my thigh, the sweet, sweet suffering.
You talk about the movie, the character, or the tattoo?
All of the above.
You got any other horror?
Oh,
fan
yeah.
fiction up in
Well,
there?
I mean, this whole arm is horror. Like, I got Creature, I got
Yep, I can see that one.
the little cotton candy ray gun from Killer Clowns, got
Okay.
Freddy's glove, Vampira, got the Beetlejuice sandworm, got a little Pennywise balloon. I got actually that
There's the
chainsaw
boomstick right there.
on my arm. Wow. Yeah, all the horror tattoos.
We're going to talk about your childhood in a second. But don't worry. First, we got to promote. We got to get some stuff off our chest because we got some new music coming out, man.
Woo!
And Lord Jesus, this next couple weeks to next 2 months is just going to be slammed in the studio. Not to mention, we have 2 studios we work at now that I have mine built at my living room over there and the one in Tampa that we have to go to. So that's like 2 studio sessions a week in a way. Not to mention being an NXT Superstar.
Oh.
Not to mention doing this podcast that you
no
people
big
keep
deal.
subscribing to. YouTube.com/Swerve City Podcast. And on the Patreon, Patreon.com/Swerve City Podcast. So we got a lot going on. I'm a busy man. I got a busy cast. First off, what's coming up, man?
So, there is a lot of things happening. First things first, I'll let you guys know that our double disc album, GPS /Erica's Son, is coming out Thanksgiving. That is coming out Thanksgiving Day, the double disc. There is a lot of great material you guys will hear on this. We have Juice from the Flatbush Zombies on there. We have the great R-Truth on there. We have some wonderful features that you guys will really love and enjoy. GPS exclusively produced by Rich Latta. And we have come together and teamed up with Ford Voltron to make some of the best exclusive music. If you guys haven't already, From Humble Beginnings is out right now. That came out April. Make sure you guys go out and cop that as well. From Humble Beginnings, that is our first album. Broke Boys, all the classics you heard from there. To now, where it is actually double the content. And after November, after Thanksgiving, I'm not going to feel like rapping for like 3 months. So, so we have exclusive content coming out there. And also, we are performing live. We are doing our first concert together as a team as you guys see here on all the informationals here.
Oh, whoa.
Check that on our
October 3rd.
Instagram, Twitter, Swerve City Podcast.
7 p.m. Eastern. We have Dub, my brother, coming through. This guy is an amazing singer.
Amazing.
He has come through for us in a very, very clutch way. DJ Skilo, my former DJ, who has come back and said, you know what, Teasy, you coming out? You gonna do a show? Yeah, man, I got y'all. Just let me know when. So just hollered at him and put this show together. So make sure you guys sit back and really take a look, because you don't know what we're performing. We're all in the mix in the pot right now, cooking up the songs that we're going to do. So that is it for the updates of what we have going on. We're just in work mode right now, so everything is
very grind
updating
session.
you as we're going.
Grind season. But without further ado, let's take it over to the guest of the evening, Miss Shotzi Blackheart. Boom, what's been going on with you? What's been up? You've been busy as well.
I have been.
You keep running over people with tanks. How
Just
busy?
one person. I'm loyal,
Three
okay?
times?
I'm loyal.
3 times? This random hand just come in.
But wait, I want to know more about your little live streaming concert.
Oh, you want to know?
I want to
Oh,
know.
man.
First person that asked.
Yeah, they care. They care. They actually want to hear our music. It's going to be in a studio.
So this is live streamed.
Yes, we're going to be performing live.
So I get to like put it on my TV and have a little dance party.
Yes, you can.
I love that.
Yes, you can. We're gonna
I
stream
love
live on
dancing.
YouTube.
So hell yeah.
Live
I'm
on
for
YouTube.
this life.
Did we also mention after we finish streaming live on YouTube, you got to subscribe to the Patreon? We do an extra 3 songs on a performance. So
Oh, encore
boom
for the Patreon only.
So the only way you're going to be able to see this is if you subscribe to our Patreon
you want
as
that
well.
encore?
Boom.
Get on that Patreon.
Boom. You know what it's about.
Yeah.
Come on, Side.
That's sick. I want to dance.
She's promoting, man.
And it's October. I think I'm gonna dress up too.
Promote,
Yes.
Promote, can come through.
Let's go,
Wow.
We only need
Y'all need backup dancers?
You
Yeah.
know what? The way
Yo.
she promoting, man.
I'm in it.
Well, you see this energy when she's on Raw and SmackDown. So you know how she's gonna show out on a concert when the music's actually,
Yes. Bring
That's
me
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
studio.
I'm like, hey, Shotzi, we need you. These people
Yes. I'll
we
bring
got
my
some people
glow
here.
sticks.
Let's go.
You even got glow sticks? Yeah.
I'll attach the glow sticks to my chainsaw.
How did you even do that?
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. She's the best, man.
I don't know how to pick a good guest. I don't know how to pick them. I keep y'all
29
entertained,
people, and she the
man.
first one to say, "Oh, they what y'all got going on."
29
You know what I'm
episodes.
saying?
Yeah. But, all right, let's get into... I don't even know where we start at this point. I had it all lined up, and I'm like, you know what? Santa Clara. Born in Santa Clara?
Born in Santa Clara, yes. And
Raised as well?
Raised in San Jose.
Okay. California girl through and through.
California girl. But I rep Oakland.
Oaktown?
Oakland.
Okay.
Oakland is my home.
We can't be throwing too many gang signs.
Let's saw it.
I can't keep track of how many, who's subscribing, but the numbers are climbing.
Just the rock and roll gang signs.
Okay. All right. What is your Filipino and
Polish, yes.
Okay. Talk about your parents. How's that? Where'd you get that nationality from?
Okay. Well, my dad, he is the Polish one.
The hammer.
He's a old biker dude. He was in a motorcycle club for a really long time.
That where you got a lot of this influence from?
Yes, my dad's my best friend, and he loved.
We hear that a lot now. Here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Dad girls, yeah. Bailey was here, so their dad.
Oh, okay,
Best
all right,
friends.
that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Ruby Riot, bad dad, best friend.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so dad, shout out to the girl dads out there.
Yeah,
Strong.
dads are cool. Moms are cool too, though.
We are. they cool. As a boy, moms, they're harder on us.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not as hard. Well, moms aren't as hard on the girls. My mom, from what I saw.
Okay.
Personal
I'll-
opinion, 100%.
I don't know. My mom beat my sister's asses too. So that did happen. That did happen. I did witness that. On both of
Equal opportunity ass kicking.
That's
Yes.
I
yeah.
came out all right. But so talk about growing up in California. Good girl, good grades, bad grades, in class, skipping it.
I mean,
Graffiti tagging.
I was a good girl. I was a musical theater kid.
Really?
That was like my
theater
thing.
people?
Yeah, theater.
Theater?
Yeah, that was my life.
In hindsight, I wish I would have done theater. I really do.
You would have been so good at it.
Yeah.
Definitely. And there's not enough men in theater, I feel like,
My school
like
had a lot of theater guys. It was
Oh, really?
predominantly men
Oh.
in theater.
wow, that's
Yeah.
so
There was a lot of
surprising.
girls, but it was like predominantly men.
Yeah.
So like I wish, like hindsight, I wish I would have done it.
Mhm.
But I was more sports.
Yeah, I was not sports
Not a sporty person.
at all.
The way you move in the ring, I would be surprised.
Oh, thank you. Maybe it's that dancing,
Dancing.
That
I don't
dancing.
know how much dancing comes into play when you land on your head.
I don't know either. Just like take me.
But yes, what else were you into as a kid? What were you watching? TV shows?
I mean, I've always been into horror, always been into rock and roll. But yeah, musical theater was like my life, like middle school and high school, like.
So how does that work? Like how, the musical theater, like I know, sorry, you probably chime in too. Like how does musical theater work? Like is it just like a bunch of plays? Is it like theater acting? How does that work?
Yeah, musicals, plays, yeah, just like high school, and I did like community theaters, and I also went to college for musical theater.
Really?
So what stuff do you guys will perform? What stuff would you guys do?
I've been in like all the like known ones like Rent and Grease, and I'm blanking on stuff. What?
I must see this. I know.
Little Shop of Horror, Chicago.
I was about to say Little Shop of Horror had to have been there.
Yes, I was in like pretty much like all the like big ones. No, I was one of the like backup singers.
I do remember you being a singer. You singing.
I do the karaoke. I was
That's
also in a band. We never like got out of the garage, but
That'd be the best music too.
right? It was it was good.
I wrote some of the best lyrics in that garage. What was the name of the band?
Hot Flesh.
Sounds 2006ish.
Blood vein.
Oh man! Oh,
We gotta
Ribbon.
write a song called Hot Flesh. I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Yes, please.
You might just do like, yeah.
Yeah, let me get a cameo.
Yeah. This might happen. Don't put my emotions like that. So, one of the things that stand out about you, to not just myself, not just to not just the wrestlers, but like to the fan base in the wrestling world, you're very different. You're very outgoing. You're very bright. You're very first off, you're very in your face.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody just like, boom, automatically, whoever she is, I need to know her. I love her.
Aw,
I need to know who she is and find out more about her. Like, man, where did you get that comfort level to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to go out and be like that TCB and just be loud.
I don't know. I mean, just like it's all theater. I'm a performer. Like I'm always like I'm the hot dog. I gotta be like front and center. I gotta be loud all the time. I just like want to have fun all the time. Basically, is what is it? All the time.
I'm old.
Doing everything.
Slippers now. I just want to go.
Doing the dishes. I want to be having fun. Whatever.
One thing I will say, you do make the most out of like every opportunity.
That's what I try. I try, even though like it's the worst situation. I'm like, it's all good. It's all
You've been
good.
great in the military. We could have needed people like you. Like, man, how many rocks we gotta pick up? Rocks, picking up rocks. Yeah,
keeping that PMA up.
What up?
I love picking up rocks.
Rocks.
Rock and roll.
We could have used a more booster. maybe most of those people would have stayed in.
So, you know,
completed their term.
So as he previously stated, you know, you're different. You have your own kind of uniqueness. And so what was the catalyst of that? Is that was you growing up younger, just saying, hey, look, you know, everybody's doing the same thing. I want to be different. Even before you went to the entertainment field, even as a young Shotzi, was like, you know what, I want to be different from what everyone else is doing.
I don't know that ever like really came into my head. I just like was like, oh, I like that, and I'm just gonna do that, you know.
He's like, I'm just gonna do it.
I mean, like,
7 years to figure that out.
I wasn't ever like, oh, I want to do what no one else is doing.
Right.
I just like, oh, I like colored hair. I'm gonna color my hair. I like tattoos. I'm gonna get tattoos. I like this music. I'm gonna listen to this music. You know.
Okay, so that was more of your. It was like, look, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Just go for it. And
Just do it. TCB. Just do it.
Yeah.
Word.
Has that ever backfired? There has to have been times.
I'm sure.
But she's like, I don't pay no attention to that.
I don't even think about it though. I'm like,
You handled it so well, you just blacked it out of your mind.
Yeah,
It never even happened. That's amazing.
I try to just black out the negativity, like, you know.
Some of the negativities build positivity.
It's true. It's
like,
true.
But, you know.
So, you know, you're a breath of fresh air, right?
Oh,
This
you.
is why I have to say this. This is lightens up the mood because
She alpha.
when you're like in this entertainment business that we're in, right? You meet so many people and everybody is just like grizzled. They're tired. They're beat down.
Yeah,
Their personality is kind of
noticed
like,
that.
you know,
Drained.
Yeah, like they just hate what they're doing.
and you're one of the few I see. No matter what you're doing, it could be any field. You're one of the few. You know, it's like, well, yep, we're a rock band working on the next album. We can't stand each other, but we're working on this album.
Yeah.
You know, as of you, it's like seeing you is like a breath of fresh air. Your energy,
Thanks.
and it can only help. Like I'm pretty sure in the wrestling with your opponents, and you can just be like, hey, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep in that positive, that positive energy, that positive vibe, and that's to be appreciated because a lot of people don't carry that same kind of energy.
I want to see this 3 years from now. Like, where's that Shotzi I interviewed 3 years ago?
I'm like, oh, that ish.
Man.
Wrestling.
Like, I know you main event tonight. Nah.
Nuh-uh.
Talking about nah. You already was in the Royal Rumble. Makes you think you're going to go to main event of SmackDown or Raw in like the next year or two.
Hey.
You already main event in NXT.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. You blacked that out too?
No.
And I brought that up. That wasn't even in the notes. I
was just having a good time. I didn't even think about it as the main event.
Well
Yo,
we went on last.
Yo, she studied hard right there, bro. Low key, that was a hard stunt right there. I didn't even know it was the main event.
like, wait, what? I'm sure Adam Cole, baby. Nah, y'all ain't. Do you have any thoughts, emotions going into that match? Like you and Tegan?
Oh, yeah, no, I like was shitting my pants for sure. Like, oh man. I mean, like, when I first started wrestling, I was looking up to Bailey and Sasha. And Bailey is from San Jose. You know, I was, raised in San Jose. And, like, she's actually, like, really good friends with one of my sister's best friends. So, like, we, like, always had, like, a connection. And she, like, came to some of my indie shows, like, my first year of wrestling. So it was cool to, like, finally, like, be like, oh, we're sharing it now.
I think, like,
we're in it.
Man, this whole, like, mid-2000s to like 2020 is like now that full circle. Everything's paying off. Everything,
yes.
Everything that's like all those people that were like, oh, we're kind of like here, but we're not there yet. Now we're starting to swing around to like be those people. And now it's like, oh, that person that inspired me, like we're starting to be the payoff.
Yeah. Yeah, you feeling that too?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been saying this for like the past month or so.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, it's like, oh man, that person who was here, man, they're finally getting their due.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So it's like that next 5 years are going to be those Evolve people that are like, oh man, we seen all these guys come in and stuff. We were waiting for our shot to get our opportunity and stuff, but we had to wait and just eat dirt for a while. Now there's like, in the next 5 years, going to be their swing, and they'll be like, oh, now they're swinging around. Now we're going to probably be those people.
Oh yeah, it's a clock, you know.
It's going to be amazing, right?
Yep.
I love it. Speaking of which, Evolve is now on the WWE Network.
That's so cool.
So you suicide diving to a pile of chairs. We can watch that on WWE Network now.
Yeah, you could see me beat Brandy with a kendo stick.
I wasn't at that show. Wait, was it?
Were you
I think I was.
in Chicago?
That was Chicago?
Yeah.
That's not Philly?
No.
I keep thinking that's Philly because that venue looks like Philly, the arena.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't at that one.
Okay.
First off, talk about your time in Evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was a really big like skyrocket point for you. I feel like.
Yes,
personally.
definitely.
I've known who you were for a while, but now it's like, okay, now everybody's jumping on the Shotzi bandwagon, and like, how'd that feel for you? Just like that, you felt that final boom period for you.
I mean, if I mean, it was really awesome. Like, Evolve just kind of, they took me in, and it was a big surprise to me. They took me in, and they kind of just like let me do my thing, like just be me and like run the division and like just come in like a badass. So I thought that was really cool for them to like just like.
What was that process? That communication process, like. I don't know what that was, but I'm like,
grabbing a hold of it.
Yeah, whatever these are. Seth Rollins. Like, talk about that, like, that process was, like, just even getting into that. Like meeting with Gabe Sapolsky and stuff like that. Because, like, Gabe can sometimes be a very difficult person to sway.
Yeah.
Like, you can have all the talent in the world, but it's still not enough to be like, you're still not getting paid.
Yeah, it was really random. Just like I happened to be like within 2 hours of a show, and they like just randomly needed a girl, and they were like, "Hey, can you make it
Very
to this?" And like,
doesn't have a lot of girls.
Yeah, can you make it here in like a couple days? And I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally, I can do that." Yeah,
that is Philly.
Yeah, that's Philly.
That's what I was talking about. That's the match.
Oh, okay, yes. No, I was talking about a different one.
You did it twice?
Yes.
Wow.
Twice.
Evolve was the truth, man.
Yes.
Man. Shoot.
Oh,
We'll continue on.
Rest in peace, Evolve, though. Yeah, let's...
Same one out to Sal. He's not dead, everybody. He's just... This Evolve is just... So anyway, go continue on.
What was I talking about?
I don't know. Something about you jumping out the ring stops all the conversation.
Yeah, right? I got distracted by this.
Yeah.
Look at that hair,
yeah,
though.
I'm like, hold up.
What is going on?
Zoom in on this.
Yeah.
You look like it. Oh, man. That's awesome. Ursula wrestling. That's what I see.
Yeah, my tentacles just flowing.
Yeah. Very much so. Who's that referee? I don't know him. But, yeah, talk about, like, that conversation with Gabe and all that stuff. You were, like, he gave you a call. You just happened to be in the area.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even Gabe. It was Sal that, like, called me in. And then Gabe was like, oh, hey. Come back again. But also, do you want to sign a contract?
It took me 4 years to get a contract for Gabe, and I didn't even get one.
I had never actually got one because WWE got a hold of me before I actually signed it.
So,
got her.
Yeah.
I love those. I kind of love those moments. A little
Yeah,
bit,
right?
though.
Yeah.
Like, too late. Oh. Yeah. I love that building. That's one of the best buildings. Talk about wrestling in this building.
Oh, my goodness.
Because this is not your first time, right? Or what?
No, it was.
That was your first?
Yeah.
Only time?
First and only time. First and only time. That was amazing. Like, the crowd just had so much energy that night.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
They were
everything.
yelling for tables, though, and I wish I could have gave it to them.
You gave them a spearheaded chair suicide dive.
Yeah, I mean, I did give
them.
them my most painful bump of my career, so I think that's enough.
You're here to talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
here in one piece, kind of.
Do you ever work for Progress?
No. Mm-mm.
Do you really wish you were able to get some of those promotions, like the Progresses, the WXW?
Yeah, because I was like at the time that I got signed, I was really like starting to get that ball rolling where like I had like some really cool tours coming up. Like I had Japan and like I was going to the Philippines and I was going to Barbados for some reason.
The ladies always get these bookings. I
Yeah.
never get a Barbados happen in my email.
Well, it didn't happen.
You in Kansas City, bro.
Tuscaloosa coming to the city. Like, what? I did get Puerto Rico though once.
Oh.
But you got Barbados.
Well, I
You didn't
didn't.
go.
I didn't go,
Yeah.
but it was in my reach.
I wanted Japan, and I never got to Japan. But Stardom? Was it Stardom I was about to?
Yeah, so I was going to Stardom, and like, so that tour, the first one that I was going to go to, I broke my ankle literally 3 days before I was supposed to fly over, and they were like, nope, never mind. Just, nope.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wrestling related?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was wrestling related.
I'm like, you bringing chainsaws to my show.
I mean,
I
yeah,
gotta
no.
ask these questions.
I'm surprised it wasn't outside of the ring.
Me too. Very much so.
Wow. So tell me a little bit more about your love. You said that your pops was part of a motorcycle club.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so did you did that influence your love of motorcycles too, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. My dad taught me to ride. I really want to get one now. I sold it before I moved here. But now that my car is gone,
It's still gone?
yeah, it's totaled. It is.
Wow, I didn't
It
know
is
that.
total. Yeah. Yeah.
So describe, first off, sidebar. For people watching that don't know, aren't aware about this or don't follow, Miss Shotzi had her car stolen. Woke up one morning and her car was stolen. Like, what was in that? What was the valuables that was in that? vehicle?
So in my trunk had all of my gear and my helmet, just like everything for wrestling was in the trunk. I got up for COVID testing at like 6:30 in the morning. As soon as I walked out my door, just something felt just
That
wrong.
energy.
And I didn't even walk down the stairs yet. I just looked out into the parking lot and I was like, I don't see my car. Funny.
Funny.
Interesting. Yeah, right? Oh, you did. Oh, man.
You walk outside and you're clicking your little thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're clicking your thing and it's...
And it's like, did you call your mom? Because I called my mom and she said what I already knew. But
Sons
I heard
do that.
it from her. And she was like, all right, babe, what you need to do, hang up, call the police.
Yeah.
So,
Never would have thought of that.
yeah, I was
Thank
like,
you, Mom.
okay.
Never would have known.
Mother's
No,
intuition.
I did not call my parents. My mom wouldn't have given me any information that I needed. My dad would have had, some insight, but he would have just been mad at me. He would have been like, "You're stupid. Your car got stolen because you're stupid. What did you do?" He blamed it on me, probably. So I was like,
Oh,
"Nope,
Pops.
nope." I called Melissa immediately, and I was like,
yeah.
"Hey, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to this COVID testing.
What?
I gotta call the cops first."
You know,
But no, I Ubered to the COVID testing, so I took care of that first, and then I took care of my car.
Wow.
Because I wanted to at least make it to the taping the next day.
So you did get the vehicle back, though.
I did.
So,
So they
yeah.
found, because
Ha.
the very next day was
Bad boys.
was
What you want,
NXT
what you want.
tapings. It does look like an episode, right?
It does.
I would be on this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. 'Cause, like, now if I was writing the show, there'd be like a homeless person in the show. What? Close the door.
Don't mind him. Don't
Yeah.
mind him.
You know,
He
you
lives
can, helmet,
there.
I don't need this. You can have it. It doesn't cost much anyway. Trying to sell it didn't get much. But so did you get everything that you?
Yeah, everything was in there.
Everything?
Like everything was like pulled out, but yeah, everything was in there.
But how was it totaled? What did they ever figure out why it was totaled?
Yes, so
Ooh.
crazy story, unrelated to my car at all. In this in this little area right here, another car was getting robbed at gunpoint. And then the neighbors, because there's a bunch of houses like on this side, then some neighbors saw this happening. This car was getting robbed at gunpoint, and then the car speeds out of this like little cul-de-sac right here. My car's coming in and T-bones the car
While it's
that
sitting?
what?
While your car's sitting?
No. My car was coming in and they were leaving. My car
Wow.
T-bones the car that was getting robbed. Yeah. So they freaked out and left on foot. And they left an ID in there though.
Who is this person?
I don't know. I didn't check the name. I should have, but I was just like too anxious to like know if my helmet was in there. And they were like, "Is this your ID?" I'm like, "Clearly it's not my ID. I don't know who that is." They left like a bunch of used masks in there. So they got DNA. They got an ID.
Fun.
Yeah.
2020 is a mug, ain't it?
Right?
Okay, that's cool. Where's my helmet?
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. I was like, all right. But can we open the trunk though? Can we get to the good stuff?
You know, my goodies.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm in wrestling gear. Like literally about to wrestle.
If this was a wrestling storyline and your car got stolen, you should have drove up to the show in your tank.
I should have. Yeah.
That's just me. They were like, Shotzi's a little late getting to work today, and she, no worries, I'm getting ready. And Robert Stone's being dragged. She's never stopped. This'll be a good time.
I should just chain him to the back of the tank.
With you.
Yeah,
You're
right?
running.
Yeah.
Logic. So 2020 has been a very interesting year. There's been
Very interesting.
very interesting year. There's been a lot of bad.
Yeah.
But there's been some good.
Yeah.
One of the high of highs, in my opinion, for you in your career, for what you're doing, for what we all try to aspire to do, be in the Royal Rumble
Oh
Houston.
my goodness. Unbelievable.
Please tell me you didn't black that out of your memory.
No,
because that'd be
it's
something
in
I
there.
would wanna
It is
keep.
deep in there.
Thank you very
That's
much.
why 2020 is so weird because it's like
so odd.
like it's
Give and take.
It's such a funky year. A lot of weird going on.
It's a
but
lot
then
of give and take.
But then it's also like the best year of my life, you know? So I'm just like, man, it's a love-hate relationship. 2020, what you doing to me?
It's like, it feels like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, that moment.
Pre
Looking
Grand Theft
into
Auto.
yeah.
It feels like this is like 2020 feels like this is you just started a new relationship, but you're weeding out all the bad things first.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go through the hard.
Yeah.
They don't clean up after themselves. They leave the toilet seat up. They don't do dishes.
Oh, that's a good like metaphor too, because I feel like I'm doing that right now.
Oh God.
In a more literal way.
Oh. Pray for them. But it feels like you're getting through all the nastiness, the grittiness. But through all that, you have the moments, the good moments that are going to last a lifetime. Or this is just going to be the spark of something that's going to just take you on to the next thing. Talk about that moment, just walking out and seeing, 70,000-80,000 people. Because I was there. I was up in the suite with
with the crew.
The NXT crew. I actually wrestled the night before in the Worldwide thing.
Yeah.
So I was up there watching, and I just see bright green across the entire baseball stadium. I'm like, who could this be? Who really rocks green all like that?
Who's that coming out there?
I know it's that TCB out there. Gonna walk all the way out to the arena and fight these girls. Talk about that. Well, first off, what number entry were you? 27 or 26. 26. 26. I was 27, then they switched it to 26. Sorry. I missed the ping pong balls. I'm 26.
Yeah, right?
They sell the ball. Get number 5 for me, bro.
Like draft picks. Talk about that moment.
I mean, it was just all really sudden because I didn't find out about it until the night before.
Usually how it works.
Yeah, I'm just chilling at home, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to get on a plane," and I'm like, "Okay."
Why is your life so sudden like this?
I don't know. It's wild, right?
Why is it so positive with life being this random?
I'm trying.
You're doing a great job, man. I'd be like, what? Like what's going on?
Psyche.
Oh, I was freaking out, definitely. But even when they told me to get on the plane, they didn't even really say that I was in the Rumble. Like it wasn't
It's
in
Houston.
no, it wasn't in until like we were rehearsing the night before at the baseball. It was baseball. Yeah.
Definitely baseball.
At the baseball field.
In Houston.
In Houston. Where
Astros, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Them boys.
And it wasn't until like I thought I was even then thought I was just watching them rehearse, and then like so like and they it, like it was a tease because it was like they went number by number about like what's going on, and then they finally got to 26, which is way down there, and then they said that was my number, and I was like, wait, I'm in it. What are you what you talking about?
Hope you prepare for the cardio to run all the way down there.
Yeah, what a stretch!
I was sitting here, I'm like, oh,
what a stretch!
That's Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 19.
Yeah.
You had to hit the corner, turn around, take a left, see your car on the corner. You had a ways to run.
Ways to go.
That was one of the most interesting setups too, because it was like a tunnel. You had to come up.
Yeah.
And then to go down.
Yeah,
that was very
sneaky.
interesting. But oh man, that was so cool. That was such a cool night.
Oh, it's wild.
So who was all in there when you ran in?
When I went in,
Who'd you want to get at first?
I went straight for Tony Storm when I went in there, but like, Beth Phoenix was in there. Oh, and I'm a big old Beth fan. I was like, oh
Shout
my
out, Beth.
goodness. Yeah, Beth was in there, Natalia was in there, and like Beth was getting it on me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Yeah. Eliminate me, Beth. But also no.
Do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing. Just once.
But yeah, like I just remember just like seeing a lot of my friends in there, and I'm like, like for a lot of people that's watching that's not on the show, that's not a time to be like upset. That's the time to be like embrace that. Like, man, that's something to inspire you to just like, hell, you know what? I can do this too. I want to be there.
Totally.
But I'm happy for you to be able to do this, and then be like, yeah, like we're all going to do it together. That's that's where I think the fun, the beauty of this whole thing is. Like, I keep these people on my wall because like, wow, we're that generation that's going to do this all together.
I do love this too. That's so great. Yeah. I'll give you like 10 Shotzi 8x10s to throw up there.
You're just going to keep that corner there. I might not even be in this apartment that much longer, but
okay.
Just know those photos will still be going.
You're moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Been here too long.
Yeah?
Time to upgrade. We leveling up.
Mm-hmm.
We level up in
Me
life.
too! Me too. I'm looking for a house. Yes. My lease is up next month, so I'm getting out of there. Especially since my car got stolen. I just have like this weird feeling
You can't stay in the same place.
I
No.
can't. Well, I heard that other people's cars got stolen there too.
So 2 years ago, my car got broken into.
Yeah.
And then get stolen.
I mean, that's still that still sucks.
Are you staying in the city?
Yes. Yeah. I would like to still, be close to work.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too far.
I got you.
I don't like the commuting.
It's already hard to wake up and like, I'm around the corner. I got like 5 more minutes to sleep.
Yeah.
That's already getting me hard.
Exactly.
The later you get up, be like,
that's
yep.
true.
be that one. It's 12:50. I got 5 more.
Or you have my problem where like, I can do another quarter of Madden.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns in. Put on rest mode. I'll be good. You have any creative outlets outside of what you do as a career?
Creative. I mean, not so much anymore. Like, I would love to get back into music. Like,
What's stopping you now?
I mean, it's so hard to get a band together. It's really
Talk about that reason, please. Please.
Because personality clashes
keep
and
going.
like creative differences.
Let's go.
Like the arguments really stir up when decisions have to be made, right? Like
It's also hard to like find equally matched talent.
Yes.
Yeah, that too.
They're like, yo, Craig is cool and all, but
That too.
he's
I
just
can't stand Danny, but Danny plays the best bass.
Yeah.
But I can't stand him. We're oil and water together. Like, we cannot conversate. And when it comes to these songs, he's always on point. But Chris is such a good guy, but he is terrible.
Oh yeah, isn't that's always the way it is? You if you get along outside of the music, then you probably aren't that great, right?
Like he's always cool to have around, but he's not that talented. He's not that good. No.
Like if they were
he's just cool to be on the bus ride.
Like if you was a band that's like together as like kids, you have a better chance of making it because you like know each other in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what makes each other tick. You kind of know if you're like 25 and you guys are coming together and you went on Craigslist to find a drummer.
Oh, never go on Craigslist to find that drummer. Why are drummers always so weird? I feel like they're the weirdos of the band. I don't know.
Oh, shout out to the drummers.
I'm a drummer, so wait.
Sorry, drummers.
Wait a minute. No.
She did say always.
No.
She did say always.
We are the weird ones, actually.
Double down.
Is it true that the lead singer got the bigger egos?
I would assume.
It's normally the guitarist. The guitarist always leads first. The guitarist.
I can see too. That part of the song, I wrote that. Matter of fact, bye.
Does a song really need 5 solos?
Come on, man. Let me get my stuff in here, man. You sang enough, man. Come on now.
Or there's that cliche thing when they're like the singer's battling on stage and the guitarist goes.
Oh, all right.
Like, then it turns freaking Mark Wahlberg on Rockstar. Getting a fight on stage.
The lead singer sitting there has everybody clapping. Next you know, the guitarist kind of playing with his teeth, cuts in front of me.
Oh!
Like, yeah, this guy's out the bed. He's done.
He's done. All talent in the world. Can't
Richard wants
get him
all
out of
the
here.
shine. Richard had 7 solos this song. And here he comes again trying to get his moment. So is that like the hardest part for you is like just trying to find the personalities for a band? Like, what would you do? Would you do the singing or would you do like?
Oh yeah, vocals all the way for sure. I'm the front man.
No instrument playing?
No, I wish. If I was to play anything, it would be the drums. But I'm the weirdo. It makes sense, right?
So you sit down with a bunch of people and you're like, look, guys, I'm Michael Jackson in this. All of you have to understand that you're Jermaine and you're Janet. You'll get your moment when I'm done. You have potential. But I'm Michael Jackson, and you guys just follow my lead, and we'll get it done.
Yes.
And then everybody's like, "No."
But I disagree. Listen here, Shalimar. I run this.
So that would be the hardest. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some talented people at your place of employment. You guys can do something, right?
I'm sure.
You got Rick Booz out on social media,
yeah, right.
tearing it up right
I
now.
mean, it's like I can deal with whatever personality. Like I love everyone, but it's the music that's important to me. Like finding those people that have the like that same musical vibe that I have.
And it's the most important thing is making the song good.
Yes.
But they don't think about it that way.
No.
They everybody wants.
Like I'll deal with
solo.
egos or whatever, but if you're not playing the music that I'm into, then it's not worth it.
What would be your typical your particular song that you would write? A ballad?
Well, like I like it. I like them short, fast, and sweet. Like I want music like the Ramones, like punk rock.
Oh, yeah, you want a Misfits type.
Yeah, totally. I just want like
it's over.
Yes, just rock and roll.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
the high impact, straight to the point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, fun music.
Right. Okay. So.
Yay.
So people out there, musicians, if you guys are talented enough,
I can front ya.
as long as you guys are low egos, realize that this is
Bring the big egos. Come on.
So she's very positive. I couldn't do that.
Bring the big egos. But do what I tell you to.
No, Chandler. No.
Remember that thing I told you about give and take with 2020? I don't want to mess that vibe up. Really.
So were you part of past bands? Or you were you the journey? Like, how can I explain this? The journey, like the journeyman, part of the different bands, like part of different bands, and you like it just never worked out, or did you just like was just part of something and it just didn't click? Because a lot of people that are in a lot of bands, they in a lot of bands, a lot.
Yeah, that does happen. Which I didn't know.
They all over the place, like, or was it like for you? It was like you tried it one time, it's like, nah, this ain't work.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I had that one band where we like started together and we were just not vibing musically. So I just went and did my own thing.
So so when you write a song, I want to know this because I don't know this for sure. When you like write a song and you have like the guitars, let's say you're the lead singer, you have like this idea for a song.
Mm-hmm.
Does the guitarist like the lead guitarist, does he like freestyle what he wants and then you kind of say if you like it or not, or does he like you guys come up with ideas? How does that normally work with like you being the singer?
Yeah, I mean like the music. I mean like at least in my experience, the music always came first, and then I just kind of threw my lyrics and melody in there, you know.
Okay, so the disagreements will come when Chandler, the guitarist,
Yes.
doesn't like what you wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Or
friends.
vice versa.
Maybe.
He'll come up and he'll be like, "This is what I got." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't like that."
Chandler, that's trash, B. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's trash.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I wrote a better one. No, you didn't, Derek. It's trash. God.
Derek, you play the xylophone.
Yeah.
That's what you play.
Cindy with the triangle. Ding. And we keep it moving. Why are
Yeah.
we trying to rewrite this? Come
Yes.
And
on.
then there's
Yeah.
always that guy. There's always the guy Derek that played the recorder that ends up with like a 30-year career that lasts. He ends up being that one guy. He ended up doing scores for like Elton John and stuff. He hates being behind the camera, but he's like lasted the longest at everybody. What happened to Derek? Did you know Derek just did something for Paul McCartney? What?
Derek.
Derek couldn't even like his eyes were crossed. Like
You see the photos, you look back at the photos, he's not ever hugging the guy, the star. He's just in the back like, like that's him right there.
he's
Photo
like
black and white.
That's hilarious. I just want to ask you that because, I never really like get to talk to people about their bands and how things start. Like rap groups is like, it's different with us. Like,
Right. Yeah.
everybody feel like they're the best rapper in the world. And it's like, okay, I've been around a bunch of rappers. Everybody feel like they're the best. Okay, I'm cool. Guitars is different because you have instruments that comes into play.
Yeah.
Everybody has different ears.
Mhm.
So if you have 4 people together, a drummer, a bassist, a guitarist, and lead singer,
Yeah.
everybody has to be on the same recording and like that one thing that person plays.
Yes.
But I always think there's certain songs that like a certain instrument takes a lead on it. And that's what that time for that person to shine.
Mm-hmm.
So you better kill it and be good
Sure.
at it and, like play your part. So like it's like basketball. Like they're really bad in playing defense inside. So we're going to give it to the big man. Big man, you're going to shine today.
Yeah.
7-footer finally gets a shine.
Fair.
You would have been running in, killing everybody all year. But big man, this time you shine. It's like, same thing. Like, I'm a big strings person. I want to hear violins. I want to hear some, like, cellos and stuff like that,
Oh,
bass. I want to hear
okay.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it has to work on a certain song.
Yeah. So then you like the ballads.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a Cemetery Gates Pantera guy.
Hell yeah.
Pow, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I would like, okay, that's
I
where
love
I
that.
lean to. So synthesizers and all that,
Mhm.
that's where I like to lean more towards. He's very heavy. He wants, boom, the song to hit. So he's going to go more bass line,
Yeah.
more drums and stuff. So
That's my flair.
boom, so you're...
But I love the ballads too. That's just what I like to produce.
But that's that's
Yes.
prominent. That goes forefront. for
Yeah,
you.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
that's
That's just what I want to put out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have it like so. I think it's always the balance of everything, and that's what I feel like bands
Mhm.
always have the issues with. It's just that balance. Some people just like no, like everybody's vision is different,
Yes.
but it's hard to get everybody's vision to come together on things.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
tricky.
the problem. That's the
Right.
problem.
And balance in
Everybody wants to be
anything.
the chef, but nobody wants to be the dishwasher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nothing's getting served. Nothing's happening without the dishwasher.
I have no problem when a song will be like, well, that's all I provide to the song. That's all I got. Teasy's killing it. Yep, this is song. Like track 8. Oh yeah, yep. What do you need me to do? And I have no problem stepping back and letting him do that. And it's just like, because if anything, I'm learning from him. He's
Right.
the prominent one in our group, in my mind. But then there's times where like, all right,
Lies.
then there's times he tells me to like, all right, it's time for you to step up. I'm like, okay, I gotta write. Like, oh god, I'm like, oh god. I'm like, I got 2 bars left.
Stress.
I'm like, Teasy, help me finish.
We will lean on each other in a minute. Because it's funny because he's getting his musical chops in, and I'm like the grizzled guy. So it matches sometimes. Sometimes we was in the studio like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "You want to come in and do these ad-libs?" I'm like, "No, y'all got it, bro."
He was like,
I was like, "It sounds great." You guys got it.
Touch the studio.
Because we just got done with the song, and the guy dubbed that we saw. They take the lead on the record.
Yeah.
And I had my part. And then he was like, "I'm going to do some backup vocals. You want to do these?" I was like, "Nope. Y'all two together."
He's not the vocal.
Sounds great.
He's not
y'all
that
two
guy.
together sounds great. I come in there with my raspy voice. He's going to be like, "Nah, Teasy, we're going to take it."
Oh, I love the raspy though.
Ooh, not on this one.
They wouldn't fit this
I don't mind it. I like, trust me, when it fits, like Ja Rule, everyone gonna lay it works. It was not working for this. We were not going
This particular.
We were not going this lane. You know what I mean?
So, what kind of who are some of your favorite bands? Who are some of the people that inspired you, like growing up, or some of your favorite bands, albums? Tell me.
The Ramones,
Okay.
number one. That's the Misfits, AC/DC. If you're going like mainstream stuff,
Like,
but
like Back in Black AC/DC or like older AD, like newer AC/DC,
like Back in
classic
Black,
AC/DC.
like Highway to Hell,
Right.
AC/DC.
Got
Yeah,
you.
for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
This one that was Guns N' Roses.
So here's the conversation that we have. We have to bring this up. Cultures are raised different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
with different cultures, there's different things that you listen to. We grew up in a predominantly hip hop, R&B, sometimes rock, depending on what Tony Hawk gave me, like background.
Yeah.
Then we do our research according to that. Then so some backgrounds would sprinkle in. Then you have other backgrounds where they're predominantly just rock, can be just hard rock.
Yeah, they don't jump off of anything.
They don't jump
else.
off anything but besides that.
Mhm.
Now they wouldn't. Now let's say for example, like you supporting us. If you heard a hip hop song that you liked and you really liked it, you would support. You'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. Who would do
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
But your predominant genre is more rock based.
Yes.
So
yes.
is that kind of like how you grew up in your house with your mom and dad? They were like all rock, or how did
I
that
mean,
go?
my dad was rock. My mom was very like top 40s, you know, like whatever was. I mean, my mom like Celine Dion and Shania Twain. She was like your typical mom.
Mom songs.
The mom songs. But my dad like introduced me to like AC/DC and like Motley Crue and you know shit like that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, your mom, she cool, but this is what you're gonna be listening to.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on,
my
man.
mom
Hop
was
on the
like,
back of this motorcycle.
yeah.
You're gonna be listening to some AC/DC.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna get you caught in this.
Yeah, my dad would pick me up from school on his motorcycle. I felt like I was the coolest kid. Yeah.
Oh, forget you. Yeah.
No wonder you're so positive. You was on the back of a bike at 5. Nothing to worry about.
I was.
But like, is that Mark that been bothering you on the playground? Earlier
Yeah,
today?
Dad.
Yeah. So
The look he gave.
Mark.
sound like your dad came with a chain, like Ghost Rider and stuff. So we're gonna take this little discussion we had with our producer Rich Latta and bring it into the punk rock era. So we had a discussion with this man, not this guy, but Rich, about moving the goalposts for certain artists and certain bands. There's just certain, like, your Ramones, they can never, in your mind, in your viewing point, they can do no wrong. They are, boom. Like, they're it, right?
Yes.
Now, if
I mean,
somebody
well,
has a-
no, they can definitely do wrong, but like,
Prime
they have
Ramones.
done wrong.
So prime
but,
Ramones, yeah, they can do no wrong.
as a general whole,
Right.
yes.
Now, if somebody has to debate against them or whatever, are you more likely to just, you stand strong, like, nope, you just, nope, no matter what, if they bring in opinion, fact, numbers, sales, whatever, against them, do you still stay with them, like, boom, you don't move?
No, I'm
you-
so open-minded. Like,
Okay.
I love the Ramones, but I'll listen to what negativity you got.
I don't have none of the Ramones. I'm like, if the Ramones walk down the street, I'd be like, oh, what's up? Yeah, see? See, this could have been the dude at 7-Eleven to me. I don't know. But yeah, we have. But see, it's funny how that works in metal and rock and everything. There's never any like pushback and be like, Metallica, you're a Metallica fan. They're cool, but I'm
Metallica.
Yeah. Right. Like, I'm more like, I'm more
9 Inch Nails. I don't know.
Oh boy, that's awful. We're more Motley.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Metallica and Motley, they may have their debates, but at the end of the day, like, you know what? They're both great. Let's all hug.
Yeah,
Let's go see this concert.
Not over here.
Never works in hip hop.
It gets loud.
Oh.
Never works.
It gets
Right.
loud.
Never work. There is that and it's always we talk about this all the time in a million different conversations.
Yeah, that's so
but
interesting.
It never works in hip hop.
Yeah.
Biggie and Tupac fans can never coexist. They can never. That's why
funny.
That's why what happened to them happened to them. Like, it's just never. That's why, because they can never coexist. Nobody can be like, oh no, we're more East Coast. Yo, we bang this way, but y'all dope too. Let's go get some ice cream. That's never happens.
Oh.
We can't have that. It never happens in hip hop.
That's so intense.
It's very intense.
I like that.
Our genre is very difficult.
Yeah.
Our fan base is very difficult. It's almost like I don't want to go there. But anyway, yeah. So you take that one. You got more to say on that
It's like
because he deals with it.
Doing this for as long as he's done it and knowing Siren as long as I have, he was, being around the music.
That's
as well.
another one guy right there. Siren.
Being around the music industry as well for as long as he was
government
around.
out there.
They,
Continue.
moving on. They like you get into these debates, right? And you realize how passionate you feel about certain artists and certain people. And what he means, like, essentially moving the goalposts is more like, this is my person. This is the person that I know that all this stuff here, what you just said was 100% right. But that person made me feel a certain way. Because I remember at that time, how I felt about this person's body of work, it makes me feel a certain way, even when I heard it back then or now. So I will never deviate from that because of how that makes me feel.
Yep.
That person makes me feel. Like him with Kanye West, like certain music that he
He's saying the worst of worst things at the worst times.
Right.
But it's like, he made Late Registration. He made, she gives me money. Like, I can't let that go.
But
I don't blame you.
Though, like, I ask all entertainers this, especially in the wrestling business. Is there anyone that you, as a wrestler, take anything from that is a musician into your style of who you are, how your character is? Anyone that inspired you that you might have taken something from that made Shotzi who she is?
In like the rock and roll universe that I bring into myself?
Into wrestling, yes.
Joan Jett.
Oh,
straight up. Like that's why I call myself Blackheart, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Yeah, I like pay tribute to her. Like she's the best. She's the best.
So that's the person. Okay.
Yeah, she's badass to the core.
Got you.
Who's another female artist counterpart to a Joan Jett in like that same genre? You know, you have your Biggie, your Pac, your your Steven Tyler, your that guy.
Like a counter to Joan Jett? Oh, I don't know. That like a little feud going on there.
Who
like
the other one? The other.
I don't know.
That was like the 80s?
There's somebody's out there.
Oh, the 70s and 80s?
That's 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 80s.
Mm-hmm. Pat Benatar.
Did she have like a rival back then?
I mean, there was really. I don't think there was a real rival between
but just like
rock
another
and roll.
person, like Alanis Morissette,
Would you consider you wouldn't consider a Cyndi Lauper like that?
No, I have her name on the right here.
She was a different genre. Cyndi Lauper was a different genre.
Yeah, I mean, she was like
Janis Joplin, maybe.
Janis Joplin, like I mean, I'm not Janis. I could see that. Yeah. I'm not.
So?
I'm not Janis Joplin. Like that's more like. That's more. I'm more Joan Jett, like like Joan Jett, and then there's Janis Joplin.
Right. So that's
like my dad was Janis Joplin, and I was Joan Jett.
So
I love what I love is that they're JJ. They're both JJ.
That's kind of beautiful about that.
Yeah, right?
Right.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, that's a good example.
Right. So,
for sure.
So if your dad was here to argue against.
Yes. He would be like, no, Janis Joplin is
Right, all the way.
best. Like, what? What are you talking about?
And you'd argue against.
And then I'd be like, no, Joan Jett is way more badass. Come on, Dad.
Of course. But
Yes.
do you think that would, like, sway you away from, like, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this. Would the argument between the two feel like you'd have to discredit Janis in order to make your point? And does he have to discredit
No,
Joan
because,
Jett?
well, see, I wouldn't, just because I look at them as like apples and oranges. Like, that's a completely different type of rock and roll right there.
But it's rock and roll nonetheless.
Yes.
But
Agreed.
See, I feel like that's what happens with, like, hip-hop. We have to discredit the other artist to make our point on why this artist is great. And I don't think it should be that way.
No.
I 100% agree with him.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, and that's where I have the problem with, like, arguing, like, like, well, he made a song, what's the name, and that joint was trash. I'm like, okay, this dude made it trash too. Well, this dude wears sandals with socks on. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are we doing? So, like, we have to, like, nitpick every little thing on why this guy's better to take him out of the equation. I'm like, but no, it's okay. And they do it with Eminem all the time.
I think it's because hip hop is based on such a competition based thing. It was based on competition. You don't really you don't really hear of. You're not really going to hear of Metallica and another band battling on stage.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not really going to hear that of like, hey, we're going to book this battle between these two bands, see who can riff the best. In hip hop, everything's like, okay, everything's more vocal. Can I put these words together better than you can? And it becomes more of a competition. That's the way it was built.
But then it got into like, now I'm going to like attack anything about you that I know or see to win this battle.
Right.
So
then it got more personal.
Right.
Then it got more personal. It's like hip hop is more based on competition. So I think that's why when it goes to those debates, it more comes down to stripping people more of the more attacking things. And I don't believe it should be that way either.
Your shoes is bad. Your mama is sad. And like.
And you didn't have a dad.
Like,
oh my God.
Oh! Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. So that's normally how it goes, bro. I think it's more of just a competition thing in our genre.
I don't know. I kind of love that. I kind of like it's a part of the part of the history though now, right?
I wouldn't know what chord they playing, but I would like to see it to see what bands.
We'd like to see some bands go at it.
Yeah.
At they peak, like you know what, this band will smoke this band live, and then this is like, okay, do you guys do that with lead singers? You guys might do that with lead singers. This lead singer is better than this lead singer. He's a better showman than this person.
Who would you say in rock is like the best vocalist?
Vocalist?
Yes. Top. Like nobody can touch him. Like to us, our hip hop guy is either Biggie, Pac, or Jay-Z at this point.
Freddie Mercury.
That's true.
Yeah, like those vocals. The best? I don't know. That's
that challenges that.
That's hard to top of my head. I don't know.
Yeah.
Freddie, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. The harmonies are always peak.
Oh, so good. So good.
Ahead of his time, man.
Yes.
Ahead of his time. God bless.
Daddy.
Rest in peace, man.
That's Daddy right there. Yeah, I love Freddie.
Damn right he is. I'm trying to think of anybody that's like a top 3 vocalist, like who could rival that or like push that competition with him. In that era too. I'm like, I'm trying to think.
And like such a showman.
I think that's what, the showmanship.
Yes.
Cause there's a lot of great vocals.
Like that's why I love Prince too. Like,
like who would rival that though?
So would you say like someone like a Steven Tyler or like a Rolling
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would they like rival
Steven
that?
Tyler?
Would
yes.
him being like a showman too?
Sure.
Like a great performer.
Yeah, Steven Tyler is a good point too.
Right. And even if he might not be the vocalist he is, his show performance might rival his.
I mean, he's got the vocals for
Okay.
sure. But Freddie is Daddy.
Right.
Freddie's daddy though.
See, we got a debate out of her slightly. We got
So
something.
I'm trying to get
We got to pull something.
If someone was trying to debate that Steven Tyler was better than Freddie Mercury, I'd be like, hold on a second.
But see,
What?
come again.
Like, you cool, but you look like my grandma.
Let's go. This our rock stars talking rap terms right here. Let's get it.
You guys wanted me to get here.
I want this.
This is what you wanted.
This is what we wanted. There we go.
Eat, cook.
Let's go.
How many scarves do you have to have on you at one time?
All of
Just
them.
kidding. No, I
All
love
of them.
Steven Tyler. I love.
I'm trying to think. Why don't we do Axl Rose? He's never up there in that conversation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Axl Rose.
I mean, he's a big old asshole,
Welcome
but
to
yeah.
Which I've heard. Yeah.
Which I've
A lot
heard
of
too.
rock
I've not
stars.
met Axl
We
Rose.
never say
but-
Bret Michaels. I never.
Yeah, Poison.
What's a Poison song?
I love
Please
Poison.
inform me.
My favorite song is by Poison.
What song is
Talk Dirty to Me. CC, pick up that guitar and attack to me. That's my favorite song. Talk Dirty to Me.
All right, cool. Trying to think of other vocalists. If we can get some any.
You guys are all naming great ones.
Is a prominent that's coming up. I mean, like, I'm a multicultural person. I've roomed with countless people.
Mm-hmm.
Countless people.
I love that.
Yeah. So I've like I'll be over here like.
Who have you roomed with?
Well, growing up, you wouldn't know these people.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But like I lived like after military, I got paid for a room in one of my buddies' like house, a 3-story house. I had the one room up there, and we were backyard wrestling buddies since high school.
Yeah, I think.
and all he did was just blast like Mudvayne, Metallica, Mushroom Head, all them guys. So after a while, I'm like, who's that one? Oh, I'll play him back. I like that one. And after a while, I kind of get in there, you know, like Suicide Silence and all them guys.
You be having some hidden gems sometimes.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
That's why I really got some Rage and Against the Machine and all that in there. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Rage is my team, boy.
Yeah. That's a great vocalist in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, like as far as vocalists, where do you put like Chad Bennington at?
I don't know. Like,
I wouldn't say of all time, but
Right.
where would you kind of place him? Like, it wasn't bad, but
yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
For sure.
Was it too screamy? Do you think some guys get a little screamy?
I like the screamy. I like I like the screamy. I don't know. I like it all. I like it. Like,
It all, folks.
what? No, I'm not into the screamo.
That work. Explain that to me.
Screamo?
I'm not into it.
I don't know
no.
what that is.
Sorry. Somebody tell him.
I mean,
Matter of fact, show him.
yeah. Place.
Yeah, I don't know the category, the subcategory.
I don't know if we can play it, but we can definitely show it.
Like,
I appreciate it. It's like, you know, I appreciate all like styles of
Who would be a screamo band?
that I'm into.
Or just
that like in general.
Yeah.
Is it
This
like
is
I know
not-
bands that
this is not
scream,
my
but I don't
field.
know.
Is
if
it like there's a bunch of
category-
yelling in the microphone? Like what is
For
it?
the most part.
Yelling and like pig squeals.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I didn't know what you
Yeah.
categorized. I thought that was like just heavy metal.
I mean, yes.
metal.
Oh, okay. Everything gets subcategorized.
It's the same way when we have like rap and like okay we have like these like conscious rappers, then we have contemporary,
Yeah.
Ratchet rap.
then there's that.
I kind of like to understand like what they're singing in the song, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, I kind of like to understand what they're saying too.
What's worse, understand what they're saying or saying the same thing in every song? What's worse?
Oh, I don't know. Not understanding.
I don't know. I can get away with not understanding sometimes.
So do you like to understand lyrics know like a lot of like black metals usually.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
hard
Alistair
to, like, understand, like,
talks about
lyrics
that.
and kind of-
Yeah.
Are you like a fan of that?
No, I mean I find that stuff fun, and I'll like go to concerts and like rock out, but like that's not like my thing. Like I like more like punk rock and like classic rock and roll and
Got you.
Yeah.
Hard guitar, drums.
yeah.
Got you. Okay. Makes sense.
Now, to close it off, we're gonna go into your horror movie.
Oh,
'Cause I know we have to get into that.
Yes.
What is one of your favorites of all time? I know you just got Pinhead on you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite of all time?
My favorite horror movie of all time is The Thing.
Yes.
Good
Kurt
one.
Russell.
Good one.
I mean, like Freddy is daddy, but like Kurt Russell is my daddy. Like, oh, he is the action man. Kurt Russell.
In his time, man. Whew.
Yes. No, he's still a stud. He's still
True.
looking good.
True. The last
She
thing I
ain't
seen
moving
him
the
was
goalposts for that one, bro.
nope. Expendables. The last thing I seen him in.
He was just in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That's right. Yeah, he was daddy.
Yeah, he was daddy. Yes, with the flamethrower.
That's Snake Plissken.
Yes, I just got like this nice brown leather jacket just so that I could cosplay as Snake Plissken. I just need an eye patch.
Shouldn't be that hard to come by.
No, it's not. I'm sure I could find one on Amazon.
Easy.
Yeah,
Come
super
on.
easy.
Come on.
Yep, that's
Horror
daddy.
movies. I'm trying to think. Well, like you just mentioned the Candyman.
Yes, So what happened to Candyman? When is that coming out? Did COVID take away my Candyman?
Yes, it did.
Hey, okay, so
It cast
actually,
a magical
She
spell
said
on
yes.
you. It cast a magical spell and it went vaporized.
I mean, there's still hope, right? Like October's coming.
Well, Tenet was pushed back. Now that's in theaters this weekend. So
Wonder Woman's still coming out.
Wonder Woman still.
Yeah.
Are we still getting Mulan, or is that still just Disney Plus?
That's Disney Plus. It comes out actually next month in September.
yes.
Yeah,
But
sometime.
I don't know about $30 though.
Wait. Oh, it's not just. It doesn't just come with the.
Nah, so you gotta drop extra money on it.
Mama, come
Yeah,
on.
They want bread.
Yeah, they want their money.
Oh,
They want
30,
bread loaf.
30 bones, eh?
30
For a little Mulan.
For a little. No, this is real Mulan. This is real
Live action Mulan.
So,
Big
For
Mulan.
a funny thing, in theaters it wouldn't cost that much.
No.
This was funny.
No.
But they know there's going to be family
Mhm.
watching it. It's not going to
Yeah.
be just like one old person watching it. It's going to be like everybody. So I figured that's why. Rather
Yeah.
than getting like multiple movie tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. You better do work with that sword, girl.
Mm-hmm.
The mountain. There's no Mushu though.
No.
Yeah.
What? I'm not watching. No. No Mushu.
Nah. Supposedly-
Mushu's the best part.
Supposedly it's based off the actual legend of Mulan or something. I believe so.
No one cares about the real Give me the fake I want my talking mini dragon.
I want my cricket.
Yeah,
I want my lucky
cricket.
cricket. I'm
And the
first
cow.
person. Lucky cricket.
Yeah, after hearing this, I want the bootleg. The bootleg, bro. I'm good.
Bootleg gonna
Yeah,
have pick
bootleg right here.
Bootleg gonna have pickup shots in it too. Like, top 5 horror movies. What you got?
Top 5. Okay, well, we all know that The Thing is number 1. Start from the bottom. 5 is probably Monster Squad. 4 maybe Evil Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 maybe Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'm about to say, I'm like, if you
Yeah.
don't name anything that's tattooed on you, there's a big problem here. I'm disconnected a little bit.
It's hard to pick top 5 because, there's hundreds that I love. And then Wolfman probably 2, and then,
Wolfman, very underrated. In my opinion.
Yes!
Very underrated.
Very underrated.
I think the whole series. I think Wolfman is like a really great series.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I get talked about enough, in my opinion.
Werewolf movies are always really cool.
They actually are.
Video game's
Yeah.
terrible, but it's good.
Are they?
Awful.
I don't know. I don't
Awful
play.
movies.
Oh, okay, so don't check them out.
No. They look nice, but it's coming at you 1886.
Is there a horror video game, if I was to play a video game, that you would suggest for me?
Until Dawn. Yep. I was about
Until
to say.
Dawn?
Until Dawn.
Okay.
Because it's not like you can play it, but it's like more like decisions making.
Oh,
type things.
okay.
So if you make the wrong one, the character might die. It might change the course of the story.
Oh, interesting.
Collectibles and stuff.
Okay,
Every little
okay.
thing matters. So and it's replayable because it has like multiple outcomes. in the end.
Yeah.
I think you'd be into that one.
Okay.
There was a time I would say Last of Us, but we just did a review on that on the content, youtube.com/Swerve City Podcast. Horror video games. Was it? Resident Evil 7.
7, is that the best one?
It's the one where they go back to the horror roots. Actually, I
Oh, okay.
Played Resident
4?
Evil 2. No, just the
2?
remake.
The remake of 2 is good.
Remake of 2.
Remake of 2 is good.
Okay.
I wouldn't say 3. The remake of 3.
3's a little bit more action packed.
Yeah.
Maybe if you like 2 enough.
Yeah. But how's what's it called? Dying Light.
I love Dying Light.
Dying
Yeah.
Light's-
I love Dying Light.
You got into it?
I played a little bit of it, but from what Teasy said, I've been
Dying Light is amazing. Like, I love zombie movies, games. Zombies is my thing. So I love like anything related to a zombie game. The way they did that is amazing. Like, you obviously you're in survival. You have to run a bunch of
zombies.
But they give you like parkour stuff too
Oh, okay.
to avoid and parkour kills and stuff like that. They give you some nice little.
right. They give you like different tasks and different things to do. Where
Yeah.
it's not just zombie related.
Okay.
It's more about survival and stuff like that too. So your survival instincts have to kick in. You can't always attack the zombies. Sometimes you have to retreat.
Right.
So it's a good game.
Good choice.
Good
I
game.
like games with choice, and I feel like that's where kind of that genre is going.
Mhm.
Like choice of what to do, rather than just like do it.
Yeah.
Hard.
Right.
There you
Okay,
go.
so you like the story in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good story drives me, keeps me compelled,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
makes me want to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you ever watch a movie that you're like, oh man, like you don't even think about a story or a character that's so compelling, you don't even think about what happened in the movie. You think about outside of the movie, like
Yeah.
what he would do if he
Mhm.
went here. Oh man, it would be really cool if this character actually did this. Man,
Yeah.
after the movie, you start fantasizing about like how the movie ends and then what the character.
Yes.
What journey
I
they
think
would go
that
on.
a lot about like Quentin Tarantino movies.
Right. He
Right?
opens up.
Like,
It's so
yeah.
open.
Uh-huh.
Like there's
The
a-
characters are very developed.
Right.
Mhm.
Like you actually care, and then when you lose one, you're like, "Whoa, no!" Like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or you root for them to want to succeed. Like Kill Bill, you root for her to want to
Mm-hmm.
succeed in the
Mhm.
end. There's a lot of video games that are doing that,
Yeah.
but pick and choose very wisely because some just take your heart out and they never give it back, and it's a very, very huge waste of time.
You would be into Doom.
Doom?
Doom. DOOM. You'll be into like they just remade.
Doom Eternal was good.
Yeah, so they just remade it in 2016. But I think you would also be into Doom 3. That one's like the most like survival horror.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that one. Dope. So we gonna get you out of here. It's late. Your car's outside. Hopefully still.
Hopefully.
Oh man.
Woo! Hey, it's a rental, so
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
whatever.
Swerve. But thank you for coming on. And I like to talk to the audience at the end of the show and stuff. You just heard from Shotzi. She has some highs, but she has some lows. She has a mixed bag of what's been going on this year, which we all have. But what we are choosing to talk about and embrace is the good. So,
PMA. Keeping it up.
meaning,
Positive mental attitude.
I like it. So if you could talk to the viewers at the end, tell them the little times that you've met some struggle, overcame adversity, met some roadblocks that you had to overcome, because there might be people that are going through the same thing at the moment right now, and they don't seem to get around it. Seeing your story, hearing what you're doing, what you've done, what you're going to continue to do, that might inspire someone to come out of that and, you know, make the next Shotzi Blackheart. You never know. So
Yeah, I mean, like, struggles. like my whole life was a struggle. Like I had a really rough childhood, and like just like going through the indies was really hard, you know, like I wasn't given anything, like you know, no help. It was a struggle, definitely. The indies sucked. Like I lived out of my car for most of it, like, you know, but I like, so like now, like getting that, like the fruit of that labor is like, it's so special. It's so special. Cause I mean, like, you know how the indies are, like it's rough, right? Like sleep. Yeah. Oh no. Oh man. Yeah. Like sleeping in airports and, you know, on floors, and just like all those drives, and like not getting paid squat for it. So yeah.
Or promised you were going to get paid and you didn't.
Oh, that's the winner.
That's the funky ones.
Not even a hot dog.
But yeah, so what helped you like really push through all that? You know, what keeps you going?
I mean, I just always felt like I was meant for something. Like, you know, I've always tried to like keep that positivity alive. I don't know, just like music was always like a good outlet. Like musical theater, like got me through like a really rough childhood. Like performing has always been like my outlet. Like being on stage, it was like, all right, like I'm leaving like the world behind me, and I'm just like letting it out on stage, you know?
Right.
And like, you know, wrestling's pretty much theater.
Yeah.
Like aggressive theater. Aggressive theater. Aggression.
Well, don't tell me, tell them. They're subscribing and watching you. They're not watching for me.
But yeah, I mean, like, performing is just like, that's why we needed to keep performance arts in the schools.
Very true.
Right?
Very
like
true.
they keep trying to cut the funds on that. So if we take away anything from this, can we just, you know, keep the funds in performing arts?
Keep the imagination.
It's so important. That's so important.
Creativity.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And you like, there's parts of the brain that's like needs to be unlocked.
It's so important.
And without that,
it's just as important as math, you know? Like,
just as.
Yes.
How did math get created?
Well, I mean, yeah. Yes, exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
But man, where can they find you on social media? What do you have coming up? What are you doing?
Shotzi Blackheart on everything. Just, you know, I'm trying to run over Robert Stone a couple more times.
I think he
that's my only goal. You know, if I could just live here.
He needs to run over based on these shoes.
Right? Where's your socks, boy?
Come on, fam. Athlete's foot. Look at that.
It must be stinky in there.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Such satisfaction.
This is joy to me.
Such satisfaction. Like I said, like I say this every time we go out and perform, and like I want there to be like a skit where you like they shoot you running, but they cut to like a close up of your face, and you're just and then they cut back to him, and he's just Gumby.
Yes.
Like you just find you always get his foot, but I want you to get the whole thing
with tire tracks all up on him.
Like don't be a menace. Like you stomped out and flat. Like I want that type of animation. Don't let me write the show ever.
This
Please
should be a cartoon.
It's not already. Oh man.
Like the Roadrunner and Coyote. You know?
He's definitely, that's definitely Tank from Acme.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, so what we got? What you got? You got any messages left to tell these folks?
Follow us on Swerve City Podcast official on Instagram, twitter.com/Swerve City Podcast. I am Teasy Scott. Follow me at Teasy Scott. YouTube.com/Swerve City Podcast. Subscribe to the channel. And follow us on everything we got going on. You know, there's a lot coming up.
Don't forget their concert. Their live streaming concert on YouTube,
3rd.
yo. October 3rd. I'll be dancing along.
Yes, you will. I'm calling you.
Yes, call me.
New album coming out, GPS/Erica's Son. That will be dropping on Thanksgiving Day. So make sure you guys cop the music, show love, support that, and we thank you for everything you guys have done for us. And also, too, shout out to Around Seattle, too, man. Around Seattle, man. Shout out to Around Seattle, man.
Seattle. Thank you for sponsoring us since day one. Got us these nice little mic covers.
Oh, did they? That's so sick of them.
They're so awesome. Around Seattle got us these mics, got us these banners, these curtains,
dang.
these lights. He hooked us up, and he continues to support us.
Are they local?
Stuff. No, he actually lives in
In
Seattle.
Seattle?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a Defy fan.
Oh,
And he's
right
just
on.
one of the best people I've ever, one of the greatest fans I've ever met in my life.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
There's two people, like Lise, shout out to Lise for being a Patreon member. Patreon member from the UK.
Oh.
And she's written letters. I keep her letters and up there on the wall out there. So like she's like just like it's so much. It's so like that's why another reason why I started this podcast, man, to just inspire people. You don't know how impactful we are to people around the world, and we don't even know it. We just do what we do. We literally change the world just from like impacting someone and inspiring them to do positive things, you know, and being confident in themselves. So, as always, be confident in everything you do.
Wash your ass.
Or you're going to get a pop-up.
Yeah, wash your booty.
Very important.
Very important.